Next week, we're finally covering a new AEW pay-per-view. I'm very excited. Tony Khan just announces that he's bought in Ring of Honor, and now we have AEW Revolution. The name of the pay-per-view is Revolution. Do you think we're going to see like some Ring of Honor guys just pop up? I think it's going to happen.
I mean, you never know. So speaking of AEW Revolution, are you ready to do your predictions, your picks for the upcoming pay-per-view?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's get into the picks for this coming pay-per-view.
All right, so
what do we got? Give me the card, baby.
Let's get right into it. First match we got on the card: Jade Cargill versus Tay Conti for the TBS title.
Still Jade. I don't think it's time for them to take it off of her yet. Although I do like Tay Conti, and I think she's probably the most improved wrestler on the women's roster since the inception until now. I think if you watch her matches from 2 or 3 years ago till now, she's worlds better. I think that she deserves to be in that title picture for sure.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to go Jade Cargill. It's way too early to have her lose it. It's going to be a big deal, a big feud, a big match, not something that's built over like a few weeks when she loses her title. It's not going to – it's going to be more impactful. So, yeah, I agree with you. So, the next match, a trios match, the AHFO, featuring Matt Hardy, Andrade El Idolo, and Isaiah Cassidy versus Darby Allin, Sting, and Sammy Guevara.
I'm really upset that the TNT Championship is not being. I'm just not happy with this booking here, and I feel like it's not fair for us to say, AEW. Like, this is lazy booking here. Like, this is not the best way to use Darby. It's not the best way to use. There's something better could have happened here. Maybe a 4-way for the TNT title. Even if you don't want to take it off Sammy, it would have been a much better match. Even if it was like Sammy versus Darby versus Andrade versus somebody else, maybe even a surprise entrant. I don't know. I just feel like this is a miss. I don't like this, but I will side with the baby faces. I think Sammy and Darby and Sting get it.
I agree that it's not the best booking, but I disagree on the pick. I'm going to go the Hills because it's not a title match.
Nah.
And we got the incoming of
Tony Khan's a babyface guy. He's not a heel guy.
But I don't know. I see them getting the victory here because that's not going to hurt the baby faces, but it'll still give these guys a victory. But moving on, the next match is a 3-way tag team match for the World Heavyweight Tag Team titles. Jurassic Express versus Red Dragon versus the Young Bucks.
I am going to go... This is tough. This is a tough one.
It is. Because I have my original choice and then I changed it.
I'm going with Red Dragon. I think Jurassic. I think it's time for Jurassic to drop it. They've had him for a while now. It's time for them to drop him. I don't think the Bucks get him back right away. I think it makes more sense for Dragon and Bucks to feud. I think it's Dragon.
Okay, that was actually my initial pick, but I feel like Jurassic Express is gonna keep the titles. They're gonna retain, but Red Dragon is gonna somehow cost the Young Bucks from winning the titles leading into their feud, or vice versa, one of the two. But I don't see.
I feel like there's no feud without the titles. I feel like that's not an. I mean, it's a 3-way match.
There's the whole Adam Cole thing and the whole elite. And no, there's already a great storyline going there. But I mean. I'm gonna stick with Jurassic Express, even though my first pick was Red Dragon. I see where you're going, but I went in a different direction. But I'm gonna stick with the JE. All right, so our next matchup: Jon Moxley versus the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
It better be Bryan Danielson. It should be Bryan Danielson, and it better be Bryan Danielson. If they put Jon Moxley over Bryan Danielson, I will again say this is bad booking. It's just not a smart decision.
Well, I'm picking the not smart decision, and I'm thinking Jon Moxley's going to win this one, and that's going to lead to the gaining the respect from Bryan Danielson to start their little faction.
You think they're going to start a faction?
Yeah.
As baby faces?
No, as heels.
As heels.
Yeah.
So who else? Like, I know we're spinning here, but who gives a shit? Who else do you think?
They've already done it. They said they were going to get Lee Moriarty and Daniel Garcia and whoever else. They're going to be like a pure wrestling type of faction. They
need one more older guy. I know. I mean, I've seen those promos, but it's like
Bring in Cesaro. I don't know. That could work.
That could work, actually. Actually, yeah, that's a great idea. Or Gargano.
Yeah, great. Perfect. Hey, come on, Tony. You're listening to the podcast. We're giving you some ideas. Yep. But all right, moving on. A match that I'm actually looking forward to. It's going to be pretty sick. Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston.
Jericho, but he turns full heel.
I'm going Eddie Kingston.
I mean, they've been teasing this actual heel turn for a while, and I think this is. I mean, Jericho cheats.
I mean, he's still going to turn heel, but I think Eddie Kingston's going to win and then get his heat back.
I think Jericho needs the win actually more than Eddie does right now.
We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I'm going Eddie. You got Jericho, so we got some good.
Oh, we got tons of yeah.
All right, great. So the Face of the Revolution ladder match for a shot at the TNT Championship. All the participants so far are Powerhouse Hobbs, Keith Lee, Wardlow, Ricky Starks,
I mean, it's Keith Lee. Keith Lee's gonna win, but yeah.
Okay. And there's somebody else that has a qualifying match. Like it's like Ethan Page and somebody else has a qualifying match on Rampage or whatever. So I don't know who else is going to be in it. I'm going Wardlow as the winner.
It's Keith Lee. They're gonna keep teasing this whole thing with Wardlow until it becomes an MJF thing. So that's not gonna happen.
Well, that's kind of where I'm going with this, because on Dynamite he was like, "All right, if you win the TNT Championship, I'll let you keep it." And then they got into an argument, and then he slapped him, and he said, he goes, "Well, I'm too busy losing as I'm helping you win." And then MJF slaps him, and we'll get into it when I predict another match. But yeah, I got Wardlow, you got Keith Lee. So the next match, Dr. Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa for the Women's World Championship.
Britt Baker.
I'm going Thunder Rosa, and I'm saying it's going to end with a Jamie Hayter turn.
Nah, it's Britt Baker.
They've been teasing it slightly. If you look at her facial expressions, but you got, all right, good. We're all fucking different. Baker, I got Rosa. All right, so CM Punk versus MJF.
MJF.
I'm going Punk since MJF won the first one, and I'm saying this is going to end with a full Wardlow face turn MJF breakup.
Nah, not yet. They're still teasing it. I know everyone thinks that's going to happen, but that's not what's going to happen.
But when it happens, we're never going to know because they tease it so much. We're like, nah.
Nah, they're going to drag this motherfucker on for at least a year, bro. And that's fine. I think it's fine.
Okay, but all right, I'm going Punk. You're going Wardlow, dude. So it doesn't matter at this point. And then the main event, Hangman, Adam Page versus Adam Cole, baby.
I want to hear yours first.
I'm going with Adam Cole.
Yeah, me too.
With interference, he's winning the title.
Me too. I think they pull the trigger on him. I really do. I think they pull the trigger on him.
You think it's going to be a Red Dragon, Adam Cole, undisputed, all the titles again?
I think that's how the show ends, with them doing maybe even their hand. I don't know if you can trademark a hand gesture. I don't think you can, because everybody's doing the too sweet. So I think they could do the UE. I really do think they could get away with it.
Maybe they'll debut like something new for their new name, for the new faction.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So that's because that was my initial thinking with that pick for Red Dragon. Then I went Jurassic Express, but we're on the same page for the main event. So all right, all of our picks are different. I guess we'll check next week when we do our review of the show and see who has the most picks right, because it could be anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's a ton to go back and forth on. It's going to be up in the air for sure. I'm going to try to be live tweeting as much as I can. I will be on vacation in Florida, so actually, to be honest, I don't know if I'm even going to be able to watch it live, which is sad. But it is what it is.